Ashutosh?
So let's start with what you said about the Supreme Court giving a clean chit to Narendra Modi in Gujarat riots case. What was the clean chit that was given? The clean SIT had said that there is not enough evidence to prosecute him, and the Supreme Court agreed with that. It does not mean that Narendra Modi could not have indirectly influenced those rights. Number one. Number two, coming to China's investment.
Okay. So you have a problem with also how the Supreme Court has penned down its verdict.
Here. Oh my God.
Let's talk
about
Ashutosh,
are you hearing yourself?
Why?
You are otherwise reasoned, Ashutosh. Are you hearing yourself? Now you will tell me what is directly, what is indirectly. I mean, come on, Ashutosh.
Let me finish.
This is 2002. You know, the Gujarat riots of 2002. Multiple SITs, multiple investigations, a clean chit coming into the highest court of the country. But still you're not wanting to believe it. Why? Because this does not suit you. On the other side, Ashutosh, is a comparison of a false propaganda by the BBC, a documentary that has been funded by China allegedly. But you want to latch on to that.
So if you let me complete. Yeah. So if you let me complete, and on the other, if you know, you are talking about clearances given by Supreme Court. Supreme Court often reviews it judgment later on, and there are politicians who have been punished for what they did 3 decades ago recently. So let's not say that once the Supreme Court has given its verdict, if fresh evidence comes, it cannot have a relook. Number one. Number two, talking about Chinese investment, why
so where is the fresh evidence? No. 1 second.
Ashutosh, from Chinese companies.
You know, let's kill this filibuster for once and for all. Now, where is this fresh evidence that you're quoting? If you have fresh evidence, please approach the courts. Why should you be using the BBC that itself has zero credibility? There are serious charges against the BBC, Ashutosh. I mean, for God's sake, do you think this will get you votes or the opposition votes?
No. You are changing the goalpost again. If Mr. Modi thinks that there is no fresh evidence in
I am
BBC
very much on the topic. I want you to come back on the BBC documentary and the false propaganda only.
We are talking about BBC documentary. So if in BBC documentary there is propaganda and it's the old stuff being repeated, why cannot Mr. Modi, as in past, just say that this is false? Because he knows that it is something
that has been
which
said.
Hurts him. I mean, there is a present. I mean, if you we will not talk about Vajpayee ji reminding him about Rajasthan. There is a minister in this current government who sat on a dharna. That lady sat on a dharna saying that Vajpayee ji lost 2004 elections because of Narendra Modi and Gujarat riots. Let's talk about that. Even people in his own party don't trust him on that.
For how long will you keep on citing 2002, which is a dead issue? For how long will you keep on citing this, Ashutosh and Ravi?
It's not going to be a dead issue.
Please allow me an uninterrupted minute. Uninterrupted 1 minute, please.
Are you getting votes on it? Are you getting votes on it? Tell me, Ashutosh. Has the opposition gotten votes? Have you been able to convince people of your false narrative? The Supreme Court has seen through the plot. The Supreme Court has been very clear and direct.
The point here is not that. The point here is that why do Sanskari BJP walas get released if they were not guilty? They were guilty. They were sent to jail. So there is an involvement of BJP there. It's there in public domain. Why do you want to close your eyes?
1 second. What is he talking? What is he talking?
The only thing he's afraid of, the Bilkis Bano rapists who were released by the Gujarat government. I'm talking about them. And that's Gujarat riots. Okay. And similarly,
that is another issue.
Please allow me.
That is obviously another issue, Ashutosh.
That
is another issue. See, because you are not able to focus and justify why you're latching on to a false propaganda of the BBC, you will raise another issue.
Forward. Then what happens? I mean, we have cases where the judge had to say nobody.
First thing he said, Vajpayee ji said, Raj Dharam. Vajpayee ji की पूरी statement थी, Raj Dharam निभाना चाहिए और नरेंद्र भाई वही निभा रहे हैं. So that is wrong. Firstly. Second, अरे टोका था सर. आप तक टोको ना. आप नरेंद्र मोदी जी जैसे मत बनो. आप तक टोको सर.
वो सबने देखा है.
उन्होंने टोक दिया वो मान गए.
उससे क्या हम क्या करें?
अरे आशुतोष, तो आप ये बात मान जाइए ना कि this is only your anti-Modi hate.